education, that's nice. But if you don't use your gift, that education only gonna take you so far, man. I know a lot of people got degrees, man, they ain't even using. It's your gift. But the only way for you to soar is you got to jump. You got to take that gift that's packed away on your back. You got to jump off that cliff and pull that cord. That gift opens up and provides the soar. If you don't ever use it, you're going to just go to work. And if you're getting up going to work on a job every day that you hate going to, that ain't living, man. You just existed. And
Let's go, let's go. Good morning, family. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. Super excited to be on here. We've got a lot of abundance, a lot of value coming inside of this week for Savage September. We are heading out to a flight over to AZ. We're actually late for the flight, but I had to go ahead and knock this call out before we go ahead and took the trip. So before we dive into today, right, we're going to be talking about a great topic. We're going to be talking about taking the jump from Steve Harvey, right? It does none of us any good than to be able to get to the end of life wondering what if we could have done, if we made those decisions, if we did those few things that seem scary inside of the moment. So I've got a couple stories for you today as we go ahead and dive in. But before we do, let's drop some gratitude. What is everybody grateful for today? Grateful for God, grateful to be alive, grateful for the mind, for the body, for the spirit, grateful for the excellent morning routine this morning, very tapped in, really feeling the feeling of the wish fulfilled, literally goosebumps during our meditation this morning. And drop down, what day is everybody on, right? Grateful for each and every single one of you taking the time for yourself, right? The time in the morning to go ahead and journal, to meditate, to truly get peace of mind and get direction on clarity on where it is that you want to go and who you are ready to go ahead and become. Let's go. Yestelia is on day 52. I love it. I love it. Drop your days down below. Where's everybody at? I am coming up on day 50 myself. Day 48, feeling good, feeling exuberant, feeling joy, feeling the gratitude. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to be talking about taking the jump. So I want to go ahead and take a flash back through the past, go over a couple of stories. You know, what's going on right now and how are some other individuals just like you and I taking the leap of faith, and what are they sacrificing to go ahead and get it done? So I was thinking about it this morning, you know, and how many different things that we've done over the years to really sacrifice to get to where it is that we're at, right? So many different things. I'm talking birthdays. I'm talking, you know, doing a lot of different things that most people wouldn't be willing to do, right? Telling most people no when they wanted to go out to the beach, when they wanted to go out on the weekends. We were inside studying. We were inside beating on our craft, taking notes, learning about leadership, getting unpersonally developed, right? Tapping in with the word. All of these different things played a major role along this journey. But here's what I can promise you, okay? There's going to be leaps of faith. There's going to be times where you're going to be scared. You're going to have butterflies. But the difference with most people, when they feel the butterflies, when they get nervous, when they get a little bit of fear in them, they run. They feel the feeling and they run as far away from it as they can. But you know what I've started to realize, even just putting things into perspective? If you think about the gym, right? When we go into the gym, we're looking for pain. We're looking for the breakdown, because we understand once it gets broken down, it rebuilds even stronger. So I was thinking about all of the different skill sets, all of the different experiences that a lot of us have had over the years. These all directly contributed to the growth, right? Because I'm going to be honest, it was scary speaking in front of two people, even at a home event. It was scary doing a live video. It was nerve-wracking getting on to try and get out and even meet somebody new in person. All of these things I was never really used to doing before, because I was extroverted when it came to sports, but when it came to outside of the court, outside of the track, outside of the field, I was very introverted, right? I was doing my own thing. I had my tight circle. So I started to realize, as you do it, nothing gets easier. We just get better. I started to build more confidence talking to people. I stopped worrying about others' opinions when I was posting on social media, because I started to see none of us are going to be worried about what John 55 comments negatively on your post in 5-10 years from now. So really put that in perspective and think about all of the things that we're fearful right now. When you look back a year from now, I promise you're going to be able to literally look at yourself and say, wow, You're so cute. That was so adorable that all of these little things got you so nervous. And now look at yourself. You're going to be able to do them like the back of your hand, right? Look how long I've been doing these lives. July 28th was my 2-year doing these lives. So you know what I realized? I used to stutter at the beginning. I wasn't fluent speaking. I didn't know how to do trainings, but I started to realize that it's better for me to just go out and learn as I go than to sit in my mind and wonder, what impact could I have made if I was consistent every day? What lives would be changed if I was able to go ahead and keep giving continuous value? How many messages would I get from people that I don't even know reaching out back to me and say, D, I needed that message for today? Because guess what? The same thing goes with each of you. And I want to ask that same question to you. What value do you have inside that you're afraid to give out, right? How much self-confidence are you letting others drain from you because you're addicted to so many other people's approval, right? How much love are you missing out on because you could be afraid to use your voice? And honestly, you know, with my mentor over the past couple of years, here's one of the biggest things that I could tell each of you is this question. Ready? Ask yourself this question. Are you ready for the love? Are you ready for the love? Right? Because when you start putting yourself out on social media, when you start actually being able to congratulate and celebrate others' success, that's all going to come right back to you. When you have so much animosity, you have so much grudges and anger built up for somebody, and you're able to send that text message, you're able to make that call and say, you know what? I forgive you. Everything that's happened in the past, I forgive you, I move on, and I'm ready to go ahead and make amends, right? Are you ready for that hug? Are you ready for that love? Are you ready for that kiss that you've been waiting to get from something that you've been holding on to for so long, right? Many of us, when we go out and look in the mirror, we get drained because we don't like what we see. This was me 5 years ago. I had pennies in my account, right? Bank account. If you shake a bank account, if it's loud, it means there's just coins in there. Well, that was me. That's the life that I was living. So when I looked in the mirror, I wasn't happy with what I saw because my self-talk, my confidence, my addiction to other people's approval was very evident, and I started to notice it. So guess what started to happen? When I started to write down my goals, when I started to write down little daily actions that I could go ahead and run at instead of running away from, I started to build my self-confidence. I started to actually realize what I can do. And guess what? The same thing is going to go for you. When you actually make that connection, when you go out and you smile at somebody today, when you make that video, when you go out and you start making that live account, when you go ahead and you actually get your ECX store live, every one of these things is scary. But I promise you, you're going to feel so much better once you get on the other side because you're going to see this was inside you all along. Drop a 5 down below if you guys have ever put out a piece of value and somebody has said, you know what, I needed that message for today. Thank you. Right? Drop some 5s down below if you've ever had that happen to you from anybody on any social media, any text message. So if that's happened to you, you need to understand that you do have value to give. You have love to spread, and your energy is very contagious. So don't worry about what others are thinking about you and start realizing that your authentic self, your real truth is all that you need to display. Because the ones that don't see you for who that you know you are, they're not meant to be in your story. Some people are meant to ride with you for a season. Some people are meant to ride with you for a chapter. Some people are going to be with you for your whole book, right? So at the end of the day, understand that as long as your intentions are pure, you're going to attract the right people, the right places, the right situations into your life, right? So here's a perfect scenario. I was going through my memories today on Facebook, and look what I saw, right? Let me go ahead and show you all this. Look what I saw in my memories. IG, give me 2 seconds real quick. I'll be right back. All right, so check this out. This was 1 year. Actually, matter of fact, we're in 2022. So 3 years ago, right? I'm going to give you an 18-second clip of an event from 3 years ago. And people say, D, why are you still so fired up 5 years later? Why do you still have so much energy? Why are you still ready to go ahead and make such a huge impact? Because I already know what's happened in the past. And we didn't even have anywhere close to the educators, to the value, to the products, to the vision that we have right now, right? It's never been stronger than it's been before. So let me go ahead and take, I told you I was going to take a blast through the past, right? So look at this. On my memories, I'll never forget this day. They say big events, big decisions are made, right? This little 18-second clip. Shane, I believe you were actually here too. Check it out. that in a moment, it's ever stood in your way. Every challenge, everyone's ever stood in your way. It's just unreal, the energy, the frequency that goes down the building. I want you guys to imagine this, right? I want you to go ahead and close your eyes, right? Go ahead and close your eyes with me. I want to give you a sneak peek of what happens at these events and why this energy is so transformational. Go ahead and close your eyes for me, okay? Close your eyes, and I want you to really start thinking about, okay? Close your eyes. Let me go ahead and put this on real quick. Watch this. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, before I take this flight, so this is for myself as well. Let me go ahead and put the audio on real quick. All right, here we go. All right, you have your eyes closed, sit in a position, get comfy. All right, we're going to do a countdown from 10. Okay, a countdown from 10. And as we go down from 10, you're going to have a visualization to start really feeling what it is that you want and who you are ready to go ahead and become. You ready? 10. You've now been able to envision all of the destinations that you'd like to travel to, and go ahead and start thinking about, go ahead and start role playing them in your mind. If you could pick 3 destinations that you could go ahead and throw a dart on the map, where would you be able to fly to? Ibiza, Greece, Spain. Start thinking about your destination. If you could just pick a spot that you could go ahead and travel. 9. I want you to think about all the obstacles, all the trials, all the tribulations that are going on in your life right now. And I want you to ask yourself, what is the lesson that is to be learned right now in this moment? It could be patience, it could be greed, it could be jealousy, it could be ego, whatever that is to you. 7. I want you to think about any grudges, any weight that you have on your shoulders right now. And I want you to think about making that call of forgiveness, making that call to go ahead and tell that person how much you truly love them. 6, I want you to think about the top 3 closest people to you that are inside of your life. Your mother, your sister, one of your nieces, somebody that you could pick up, you could just smile. And I want you to envision them fully healthy, filled with joy, filled with gratitude, and in absolute abundance. 5, I want you to picture yourself on stage. Thousands of individuals are hearing your testimony. Thousands of individuals are clapping for you because of everything that you've been able to make it through. And they're proud of you. 4, I want you to think about your goals right now. I want you to think about your visions. I want you to think about the end of 2022. And as you stand there, December 31st, as the ball drops, your visions have now started to become a reality. 2, I want you to truly think about the feeling. How do you feel when your family is fully healed? How do you feel when you're able to travel? How do you feel when you're able to give back? How do you feel when you have so much abundance and so much love flooding in your messages and flooding through your call log that all you can do is smile? And last but not least, number 1, your definite major purpose. You see, your purpose is for you, and your gift is to give it away. Each and every single one of us are built and are born with talents, skills, and ideas that are only unique to you, that the world is waiting to see. So go ahead and open up your eyes and feel the feeling, feel your fingers vibrating. Literally, my hands are sweating going through that. I have the chills, I have the goosebumps, but drop some 3s down below. How good do you feel? And this is the secret. So even if you're driving, it's okay, you can still get the feeling. So this is what goes down when you start getting into these type of events. When you start actually getting inside this type of atmosphere, they're really going to allow you to obtain the feeling, because you're going to hear so many testimonies. You're going to see so much energy, so many individuals crying, that it really makes you see that nobody is different. We all have the same 24 hours. We all have the same time. The difference is, what do we actually do with the time that we're given? So to go ahead and end it off like this, when we're talking about taking the jump, can't even make this up. Kev calls me. He's like, D, I'm ready to go ahead and go to the event. I know what these can do, but I only have $750 in my account. So literally, we get on last night. He's like, yo, let's go ahead and do it. I'm ready to go ahead and sacrifice. Let's make it happen. Here's what he did. Booked the flight on the spot, $750. So now he's got, the flight was about $400. So think about that. $400, $450. He's got $300 left. It's $200 for the convention. And he's going to have about $100 left just for food, just to be able to even eat. So I want you to really think about that when we talk about taking the jump, when we talk about getting uncomfortable. Sometimes you're not even going to know the how. Kevin Trudeau talks about it all the time. We don't know exactly how we're going to get to Chairman 500. We don't know exactly how we're going to do a lot of certain things. But a lot of times, if you don't know the how, but as long as you have the why and you have the feeling, you have the emotion, you're going to be able to get it done, right? There's never problems. There's just solutions. So Lady Boss Nikki, same idea. She's like, you know what, D? I'm willing to do whatever it takes. We've been planning this for weeks. I'm going no matter what. So even as we're on this call, her ticket has still not been bought. She's on the way to me. We're going to look up flights. We're about to take a 3-hour drive to Orlando, hop on the flight, and go ahead and get out there to get the experience. So when I tell you over the years, I've had to drive cross country to go to events, right? I've drove literally 14, 16 hours from Florida to AZ, from almost Florida all the way out to Vegas just to get around this type of mentorship. So if you're not attending this event, don't worry, but I really want you to think about what are we willing to give up to go up into this new season, because I can promise you, if you ask any educator, if you ask any chairman, they're going to tell you that they had to give up to go up a lot of different times inside of their career. So family, this is my session for you guys today. I hope you got a little bit of value, but we're actually rushing. We got to go take the 3-hour trip over to Orlando and make it happen. So I love you guys. I hope you have an abundant weekend, and we're here to bring this value and bring it straight back to you. And let me tell you, this last quarter, this fourth quarter, this is going to be one to remember. We're going to be able to go back in 2022 and say this fourth quarter was a major catalyst and a major component to where it is that we're actually going in the future. So we've got ECX, we've got trading, we've got NFTs, we've got e-commerce, we've got Web 3.0, we've got travel, so many different streams for all different walks of life to go ahead and win and take advantage of. So family, that is my training. Nobody told you today. I believe in you. You are powerful. You are unstoppable, and you are a leader. And I will see you guys at the top because the whole squad is coming together. Let's go. It's game time. You already know. Let's get to work, family.